Welcome back, all you kings, queens, and in-betweens to another Should You Watch video here on the channel. This is furthering our trip into the summer 2024 anime season, and we are continuing with another romance. That romance is called Love is Indivisible by Twins. Elaine, you want to tell us about this anime?
Sure. Jun lives next to two girls who happen to be twins, Naori and Rumi, and they're as different as can be. Rumi is very athletic and has a sort of tomboyish but very romantic personality. And her sister, Naori, is very feminine looking but is also an otaku. And they have been friends ever since they were little, and eventually the two girls reveal that they are both in love with Jun, and he gets stuck in a love triangle and must navigate this new dynamic between them that might be more than friendship.
I think that this continues the trend of pretty good romance anime this season. They are definitely the heavier hitters of the stuff that's airing this season, at least in my opinion. Going into this show, my favorite anime that we'd watched this season was probably Days with My Stepsister. And after watching, I think we've watched, what, 5 episodes now of Love is Indivisible by Twins, which kind of lets you know that, you know, spoilers, we're continuing to watch the show. This is probably my favorite, mostly because the last couple of episodes of Days with My Stepsister were a little weaker than the previous ones, but I think this one edges it out, mostly because I like the dynamic between the characters, and I like the twist of the last couple of episodes of this show, episodes 4 and 5 specifically, because I think it adds something interesting. What are your thoughts, Elaine?
I think the only thing that's really bothered me about this one is the reasons the characters give for not pursuing their feelings or cutting them off, just suppressing them, pretending they're not there. I have never really liked those sort of nonsensical reasons from an outsider's point of view, but find it very relatable because I feel a lot of young people, especially young girls, have those mindsets. Oh, I don't deserve this because Y, or I shouldn't have this because X. But it still kind of just irks me a little bit. In terms of character design and flow of the story, I think it's had a very nice logical progression. I probably don't appreciate the twists and turns as much as Jeremy just because he's more interested in romance in general than I am. But all things considered, I'm enjoying how this is unfolding and the interactions between each of the characters. I like that there's sort of a natural flow between all of them because they have such a long history with one another. But there's also that sort of awkwardness that comes with trying to navigate a new type of relationship. Yes, they've known each other, and yes, they really understand each other as people, but they want to be something more, and they're not really sure how to cross into that sort of arena. And you see that awkwardness, you see that hesitation, you see that confusion, which is nice because they all haven't had these relationships before, and I feel like that's very realistic in terms of a portrayal.
Yeah, I think so too. I want to dive into a couple of things from the last couple of episodes that we watched. So before that, I'm going to say my recommendation is that you should watch this. I think you should watch it all the way through. Even if you don't super like romance, I think this will keep your attention. And I think for those who like romance, it's a really good way of, you know, continuing that trend and continuing a genre that you like. What is your recommendation, Elaine?
I also think this is something worth watching, even if you don't like romance very much, because it's something that I was willing to watch, and as you all know, I am extremely picky, and if I like it even a little bit, it's probably worth your time.
Yes. Now, we're going to jump into some spoiler aspects from episode 4 and 5 primarily, so if you don't want to stick around for that, we understand. So comment down below, let us know if you're giving this a shot, what your thoughts are. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of this content going forward. Ring that bell so you know what's up. And we will catch you in the next video. But those of you who stuck around, I really like in episode 4, towards the end of it, where it gets revealed that Naori knew what was going on pretty much the whole time, where Jun still had feelings for her sister, and that she only broke up with Jun because she wanted to give her sister a chance, and that she knew that she'd always loved him, but she wasn't going to take the first move. So it was kind of like this whole thing where she kind of got pushed into a situation where he was told to date her and this whole thing, but she knew what was going on the whole time. And after that gets revealed, we get this situation where both Jun is talking to his best friend, who I do not remember the name of, and then Rumi and Naori end up talking to each other, and they set this new dynamic where it's like, okay, we're halfway through season 1. They're saying to their friends, they're like, listen, we're halfway through season 1. We're ready to do the reset now. We've set the stage. We've done all the backstory. It's love triangle time. And I love how Naori's perspective is, listen, we're not going to be sisters going forward. We're going to be, we're going to be women. We're going to be competitors. And I'm going to come at this hard because I don't want to do this little sister crap anymore. I don't want you to be my big sister. I don't want you to try and, protect me or anything. I want to just come at this, and he's going to choose who he's going to choose. And, we're coming at this from equal footing. I thought that was really refreshing from a female harem protagonist, this kind of setup. What did you think?
I thought it was an interesting take in the sense that it's not something you typically see coming. Usually sisters in anime are like very close and they support each other, or they just don't get along and it's either extreme. But this one is recognizing that they're siblings, but they also want the same thing, which is to be Jun's girlfriend and presumably eventually his wife. I don't know if they're thinking that far ahead. And that's nice. That's refreshing. Something we don't see every day, and I like that.
I really did like how they handled it as like a framing episode. Like literally they were just talking about the plot essentially, and they were like setting the stage in this episode between the people who mattered, and we kind of got like a fresh start with even like almost what you'd get at the end of a season 1 before knowing that they're going to get a season 2, where you got that kind of like, oh, we're leaving for school. We're kind of, restating the plot. We're restating the situation kind of a thing. And now I'm really excited for episode 6. And I feel like this show does a really good job of making you want to see the next episode. They end on things that, kind of those cliffhanger moments where you're like, oh, well, I got to go to the next episode now, even if I was only intending to watch a couple of episodes. So I just think that doubled down on my opinion of wanting to recommend this to the viewers. You agree, I would imagine.
Yes, I agree. Watch this show.
Yes. So now that we've gone on a little bit more about spoilers, a little more in depth than we normally do, I am going to ask you again, like the video, please. Let us know that you like it. Comment down below. Let us know your thoughts on the show if you stuck around, especially. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of this content going forward, and ring that bell so you know what's up. We'll catch you in the next one.
Bye, guys.